the treatment of rhythms is so different in every musical context, like, because what what I am doing here is very direct, and though the ideas are less abstract, we hear, that's what Honas was saying, like we hear what we are trying to say, but it's all disoriented because as again, like I'm coming back to this topic of like whatever the gati beda is, we just play the same phrase in another tuplet, so that sounds like just a speed change from one thing to another. So it's a very interesting thing for a musician. For a normal person, just change, it sounds like, okay, he just sped up or he just slowed down. If there is a small understanding of music, what's going on for an like an average music connoisseur, they would just treat it as to be a speed change. But the exciting part of music for me is about all about the transitions, so when we do the transition, it's just like changing trains, I would say. Like if you're going from one place to another, and then let us say that you get off a train at some place, and then you figure out the next train is either going to come on the same platform or just across the another platform where you don't have to go up and down. So that makes you feel really good, like, oh my god, this is so awesome. And then if the train, it's just like you just get off this train and then you get off and then you get onto the another train, then that means like, okay, as if like you never got off from one train to another. So these are like kind of like things that keep on running in my mind, like if the rhythm is like that, like if you really like make the transition so smooth, uh, it becomes really interesting, listening wise. um, that is what I think I have been working at least for 15, 16 years now, ever since I started working with dancers. uh, you know we can make multiple number of pieces, but how do you transit from one piece to another piece without knowing, like let us say you're in this piece, and then the next piece is, if it is here, or if you already introduce a little element from here, as if like it just came here and then took off to the another place. So musically it's a very challenging thing, because visually it's very probably it's more, I wouldn't say easier, but it's more clearer when you have to do some things with scenography. Like for example, in a movie, when they do all the editing, it's all about how the transition happened. You wouldn't even know. But when it comes to music, and especially when it comes to rhythm, the smooth transitions are the most difficult thing. So I was just wondering how to address that issue as a rhythm artist, because everything is too sudden. It feels like, there is a cut in the flow, because music is all about flowing, right? So if something happens, like suddenly like there is this distortion of like, oh my god, what happened, like I really didn't like the sudden change in it, like it really just disturbed the mood that I was getting into, and then suddenly like all vanished. So again, I have to start building my concentration, my interest into this piece. I have to build I have to give again the same kind of energy that I gave when this piece started. So I kind of like tr- it's very difficult, like how do we do that with rhythms? um if you uh if you allow me, I would like to just show you one piece that I kind of like was thinking of this and then created that kind of piece and then posted today, actually. So if that would be okay, so I would like to just share that piece now. It's just 1.5 minutes, and then I would really like to ask you what you have observed. Um, is it exactly what I'm trying to say, or you don't hear it at all? You can actually say whatever comes to your mind. So just give me 15 seconds so that I can just go there and then show you guys my videos. So what's happening in this piece is that I am starting to improvise on 11 with different gatis. Gatis meaning the tuplets. So just and then mainly I will go into a core way where it's about transiting from 16ths to quintuplets to sextuplets to back to quintuplets, back to 16ths, quintuplets, and then finally finishing in sextuplets. So there is this thing going like that and coming back.
We lost you, BC.
Look how calm he is, frozen in time.
The transition didn't work.
Yeah. The transition is static.
He's actually in warp speed and we can't really see him. That's what it is.
That's right.
Right? It's like the Incredibles.
He's going close to the speed of light and then looks like he's in stasis for us.
So the transition was really hard. So sorry about that. Okay, here we are. So this is in Mishra Triputa, which means it's in 11/4. You can just try to clap along. So are you guys hearing?
Ta ka di mi ta ka jo no ta ki ka ta ka dim mi ta ka jo no ta ki ta ka dim mi ta ka jo no ta ki ta ka dim mi ta ka jo no ta ki ta ka dim mi ta ka jo no ta ki ta ka dim ta ka jo no ta ki ta ka dim mi ta ka jo no ta ki ta ka dim mi ta ka jo no ta ki ta ka dim mi ta ka jo no ta ka dim ta ka jo ta ki ta ka dim mi ta ka jo no ta ki ta ka dim mi ta ka jo no ta ki ta ka dim mi ta ka jo no ta ki ta ka dim mi ta ka jo no ta ki ta ka dim mi ta ka jo no ta ki ta ka dim mi ta ka jo no ta ki ta ka dim mi ta ka jo no ta ki ta ka dim mi ta ki ta ka dim mi ta ka jo no ta ki ta ka dim mi ta ka jo no ta ki ta ka dim mi ta ka jo no ta ki ta dim tam ka ta ku ta ka ta ka dim ta dim ta di ki na tum tam ka ta ku ta ka ta ka dim ta dim ta ti be ki na tum tam ka ta ku ta ka dim ta dim ta di ki na tum ta ti be ki na tum ta di ki na tum ta ti ta ka dum ta ti ta ka dum ta ti ta ka dum ta ta ti ti ki na tum tum ta di ta ka dum 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 ta ta di di ki na tum 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 ta di ta ka dum 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 ta ka ta di ginna tum ta ka ta di ginna tum ta ka ta di ginna tum ta.
Woo!
So what do you think you saw there? And then was it what I was talking about? Or was it too much of a change for a normal brain to comprehend? Or was it just a bunch of lot of 64 30-second notes where like it just didn't mean anything at all?
Well, I was listening a pattern, and then I was listening the acceleration of it.
Okay, but did you feel that there was a lot of difficulty in the transitions?
Well, the transition for me was a speed change, which was still like every speed change, like really clearly, like coming from 3 taka ta taka ta tika taka tika taka. So I really this step. I felt the step.
Was it feeling like it was a very choppy method of like just floated, or it was like a military kind of like that? I mean, like it. I know it feels different to different people, right? So
Manju,
I'm-
are you looking for compliments? Because it always sounds easy and smooth with you.
No.
It's the rest of us that can't do it. Like we hear
No,
it
no,
when
I-
it's right. but we
I
can't
I
do
don't
it
mean
right.
that. I mean, like, does it like, do you feel that in rhythm that kind of transition is possible? That's what I mean. Like, yes, Per
Yes.
Anders.
It was like you were jumping from one train fast to another train slower and then up and down. If we were talking about trains, but well, it was like you did a tirmano, so that you became faster and slower and then faster in the length with dots, with gaps. That's what I heard.
Okay, nice.
But
Good.
I'm sorry. I let other people speak. Sorry.
Per Anders?
Yep, I felt it was very, very smooth. And one thing that I noticed, and I know we've had this discussion early on, when you reach the 16th notes, the Chaturashra subdivision, I felt that you had somewhat of a swing feeling to that subdivision. And that for me brings me into the feeling, oh, that's the same phrase again in another speed. And maybe you have that sort of phrasing also when going into the quintuplets, which is probably a very hard thing. I'm not sure, because I should listen to it again, but my feeling was that. So I really like the vision of jumping between the trains, because for me, and maybe that is one thing in it. I mean, consciously being able to choose if is the subdivision going to be very strict, or a little off. I will listen again, but that might be something to the groove and also how you perceive things.
Well, the most common comment or the criticism that normally what a Carnatic musician or music gets is you don't feel the tuplet. You know, you do the same things. In what's the point in doing different tuplets when you don't feel the subdivision of the beat, like when you don't feel the groove, right? For example, like taka dimbi taka dimbi taka dimbi taka taka dimbi taka taka dimbi taka taka dimbi, like that, you know, like when you're not feeling that, when you're doing taka dimbi 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 taka dimbi, you know. So what's the point of making it difficult when you can not really sway your body for this kind of music? So
Agree.
it's a very thin line. How are we going to, what's our aim with this music, you know? So if you ask a Carnatic musician, it's just between us here, like we all are, they are saying, they normally say it's a music for soul, you know, like it's something that you're not looking for a mass music here, you know, like it's something that's very elevated and stuff like that. At the same time, the ironic thing is, like, then the next moment they're saying like, okay, there is no crowd for this kind of music. They complain about some other music getting a lot of crowd. So it's kind of like, why would you expect a lot of crowd when you think that this music is for some little number of people where they can deeply understand that? So is what rhythm need to be deeply understood is my question. Is like, okay, can we really suffice ourselves by just getting stronger in very little things that we know, or do we need a broader perspective of rhythms and then again deepen that, for which one whole life is not enough, you know? So it's a quest. I'm for me, I would really love that there are no answers to my discussions. It's only creating questions to everyone's mind, so that we always come back to find the answers, and then instead of finding an answer, we always hit more questions and then keep coming back. So, and then at the same time, we don't even realize that we have improved in what we are doing. But these questions make us feel that we are still humble, and then we don't know anything kind of feeling. So just a small thought before we jump into what we are going to do. I have a couple of requests saying that can we hear this again? So if you want, I can play that again, just once. Yeah, it's just 1.5 minutes. Did I share the whatever? Ah, yeah, it's share. Okay.
Ta ka di mi ta ka jo no ta ki ka ta ka di mi ta ka jo no ta ki ta ka di mi ta ka jo no ta ki ta ka di mi ta ka jo no ta ki ta ka di mi ta ka jo no ta ki ta ka di ta ka jo no ta ki ta ka di mi ta ka jo no ta ki ta ka di mi ta ka jo no ta ki ta ka di mi ta ka jo no ta ka di ta ka jo ta ki ta ka di mi ta ka jo no ta ki ta ka di mi ta ka jo no ta ki ta ka di mi ta ka jo no ta ki ta ka di mi ta ka jo no ta ki ta ka di mi ta ka jo no ta ki ta ka di mi ta ka jo no ta ki ta ka di mi ta ka jo no ta ki ta ka di mi ta ki ta ka di mi ta ka jo no ta ki ta ka di mi ta ka jo no ta ki ta ka di mi ta ka jo no ta ki ta di tam ka de ku ta ka ta dim ta dim ta di gi na tum tam ka de ku ta ka dim ta dim ta di gi na tum tam ka de ku ta ka dim ta dim ta di gi na tum ta di gi na tum ta di gi na tum ta di ta ka dom ta di ta ka dom ta di ta ka dom ta di gi na tum tum ta di ta ka dom 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 ta di gi na tum 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 ta di ta ka dom 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 ta ka di gi na tum ta ka di gi na tum ta ka di gi na tum.
Awesome. Can I just say a word?
Mm-hmm.
So it's great to hear it the second time. Then I totally figured out what he was doing. He was taking a phrase of 11 in quarter notes, then 2 times in eighth notes, 3 times in triplets, 4 times in sixteenths, and then 5 times in quintuplets, 6 times in sextuplets. And then he goes into a corvi, right? Did you guys understand? And then you could hear the A and the B parts. Now, I didn't understand the structure, what the patterns are, and that's a nice thing to maybe for us to work on or not. But okay, already just to understand that this piece was just to understand the form and how that it was put together it was already like a big step up that we've come in this class, or I've come in this class at least. So that was my comment. And the other thing is BC does exactly this process in that video I shared at the beginning from this Bangalore International Arts Festival video, where he's taking the same grouping and then speeding up. So you just hear Takadimi going in different speeds. And to tell you the last thing I will say, and then I'll shut up, is it's the switches in speed where the magic is. When we go from sixteenths to triplets, it's such an awesome switch in feel that we feel in our bodies, and we just enjoy it. There's so much joy in the way we switch between different tuplets, and then when you do it so smoothly like that, it's also really beautiful. So that's what I always love, is the switch in speed, because it's something we feel in our bodies. Okay, I'm done.
So
Thank you.
this was a corvi.
Okay, I'm coming there right now. So can this be something that you guys can decipher for homework? Would be
Yes.
awesome
Yes.
to see
Yeah.
also in because like it's not like something that you don't have 5 against 6 or 15 against 4. It's like you have exactly the tuplets sitting on the beats. So there will be a nice I'm sure the Western notation system would be awesome to look at in this piece. So would that be like, I mean, like it's no force, but if you are really wanting to go for it, then please do that. Yeah. And coming to again, this Ned is an intelligent fella, because he's always talking about what I'm going to do next. He's already giving a hint, because he was talking about how you transit from 16 to triplets, you know. So this is what I was going to do today. So how are we going to do that, 16s to triplets? And then let's look at few examples and then try how to just adapt them into our composition. Yeah. So shall we just hit some practicing? Yeah, just try that. So we'll just do takadimi, like, you know, make every like we'll do cycle of 3 4. So on the one, you just mark it a little bit brighter. Okay. Takadimbe, 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 tak. Let's try the same with 16s with groupings of 3. So on the 3 beats, you get 4 times 3 grouping of 3. So it'll be takita, 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 ta. Let's try 4 cycles of takadimi and 4 cycles of takita. Yeah, so 3 4 cycles of doing only takadimis, and 3 4 cycles of doing only groupings of 3. Yeah, let me try that. 3, go. Takadimbe, 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 takadim, takadimbe, 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 takita, 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 ta. Let's do 2 cycles and 2 cycles. Okay, 2 cycles of this, 2 cycles of that. 1, 2, 3, and takadimbi, 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 takita, 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 ta. Now one cycle this, one cycle that, and then we keep doing the shifting back and forth for maybe 4 times. Yeah, 3 4 in 16 groups of 4, 3 4 in 16 groups of 3. Okay, 3, go. Takadimbe, 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 takita, 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 takadimbe, 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 takita, 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 takadimbe, 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 takita, 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 takadimbe, takadimbe, takita, 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 ta. Okay, so let's shift to triplets now. We'll shift to triplets of 4 4 and then do takitas, groups of 3, which is easy. You do groups of 3 on triplets. So it'll be takita, 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 ta. Let's do the same thing with groups of 4. So you get 3 times groups of 4 on 4 4. So this is like kind of like piece of cake for all IRC2 candidates. So so let's try that. Groups of 4, 3 times on every cycle. So let's try 3, go. Takadimbi, taka, dimmi, taka, dimmi, taka, dimmi, taka, dimmi, taka, dim, taka, dimmi, taka, dimmi, taka, dimmi, taka, dimmi, taka, dimmi, taka, dimmi, ta. Let's do the transition. 2 times of groups of 3, 2 times of groups of 4. I mean 2 cycles, okay? 3, go. Takita, 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 taka dimmi, taka dimmi, taka dimmi, taka dimmi, taka dimmi, taka dim, takita, 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 taka dimmi, taka dimmi, taka dimmi, taka dimmi, taka dim. Alternate takita, 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 taka dimmi, taka dimmi, taka dim, takita, 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 taka dimmi, taka dimmi, taka dim, takita, 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 taka dimmi, taka dim, taka dimmi, takita, 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 taka dimmi, taka dim. Taka, dimmi, ta. Now let's make a combination of 3 and 4. So 3 quarter notes, 4 quarter notes. On the 3 quarter notes of 16th, this is all 16ths, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do 3 takadimis. On 4 quarter notes, we'll do 4 takitas in triplets, 16ths and triplets, okay? If you want a kind of a thala for this, you can think of Adi Tala without the middle finger. So that becomes Tishra Jati Triputa Tala. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So what we'll do now is taka dhimmi, taka dhimmi, taka dhimmi, takita, 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 tak. Go on. Taka dhimmi, taka dhimmi, taka dhimmi, takita, 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 taka dhimmi, taka dhim, taka dhimmi, takita, takita. Keep saying, keep saying. Taka dhimmi, taka dhimmi, takita. Just let it sink in your body, this rhythm. Taka dhimmi, taka dhimmi, taka dhimmi. Just keep on thinking that. Takita, taka dhimmi, taka dhimmi, taka dhimmi, takita, takita, kita. Again, one more time. Taka dhimmi, taka dhimmi, taka dhimmi, takita, 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 ta. Let's try the other way. Let's try groupings of 3 on the 16th, groupings of 4 on the triplets. So what I'm trying to say here is takita, 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 taka dimmi, taka dimmi, taka dimmi, takita, 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 taka dimmi, taka dim. Go on. Takita, 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 taka dimmi, taka dimmi, taka dim, takita, 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 taka dimmi, taka dimmi. So what happens here is when you shift from 3 to 4 or 4 to 3, there is always this I don't know what you call that. When you have this momentum and then it carries to the next section, inertia. This inertia is happening because you cannot just change, because I remember Nate clearly addressing this issue once in his classes, that it's very difficult to switch exactly from one tuplet to another tuplet, because there is always this moment of that thing feeding into the next thing. So we have to almost get to a place where it's you cannot even recognize that it will be there for sure, because you're already in one motion and then you're trying to cut it, or you're already like relaxed and then you're trying to go over with a different speed. So let's try maybe doing it 8 times so that you all do it like meditation, so that it gets into your body. Shall we try that? 1, 2, 3, go. Takita, 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 taka, dhimi, taka, dhimi, taka, dhimi, takita, 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 taka, dhimi, taka, dhimi, taka, dhimi, takita, 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 taka, dhimi, taka, dhimi, taka, dhimi, takita, 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 taka, dhimi, taka, dhimi, taka, dhimi, takita, 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 taka, dhimi, taka, dhimi, taka, dhimi, takita, 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 taka, dhimi, taka, dhimi, taka, dhimi, takita, 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 taka, dhimi, taka, dhimi, taka, dhimi, takita, 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 taka, dhimi, taka, dhimi, taka, dhimi, ta. So this is one small example of that. You can try the same thing for quintuplets, where you can make it as 5 quarter notes, 4 quarter notes, where this 5 has 16ths, and then you have a grouping of 5. So tati girnato, tati girnato, tati girnato, tati girnato. Then on the 4, in the speed of quintuplet, you make taka dimbi, taka dimbi, taka dimbi, taka dimbi, taka dimbi, tati girnato, tati girnato, tati girnato, tati girnato, taka dimbi, taka dimbi, taka dimbi, taka dimbi, taka dimbi. The most hardest thing to convert is between 16ths and the quintuplets, if it is not in the grouping of 5 per beat or 4 per beat. If it's in another, like a grouping that is not made for that tuplet. So the easiest way for us to transit between one tuplet to another tuplet is to practice this kind of against rhythms. To find a tala, for example, for this, you can try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's just practice for the quintuplets, just the 5 beats in the beginning. So it is groupings of 5 over 16ths on the 16ths. Okay, so 3, go. Taddi ginnatum, 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 taddi ginnatum. Am I cutting? Like my signal is not good, no, today?
No, it's fine. It's working fine.
It's fine because you guys are sometimes like chopped up, so that's why. Okay, let's try again. 3, go. Taddi ginnatum, 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 ta. Okay, let's do, because to convert to takadimbi, 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 you know, it's very hard. So let's try the grouping of 5 on the quintuplets for 4 beats, and then grouping of 4 for the quintuplets for 4 beats. So I will do tadi ginnato, tadi ginnato, tadi ginnato, tadi gin, takadimbi, 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 tadi ginnato. Shall we try that? 3, go. Tadi ginnatum, tadi ginnatum, tadi ginnatum, tadi ginnatum, takadimbi, 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 tadi ginnato, tadi gin, tadi ginnato, tadi ginnato, takadimbi, 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 tadi ginnato, tadi ginnato, tadi gin, tadi ginnato, takadimbi, 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 tadi ginnato, tadi ginnato, tadi ginnato, tadi ginnato, takadimbi, takadimbi, dimbi, takadimbi, takadimbi, ta. Let's try just doing 5 grouping of 5 over 16s and grouping of 5 on the quintuplets. Let's not do grouping of 4 at all right now. So what I would do is tadi ginnato, 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 again. Tadi ginnato, 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 tadi ginnato. Let's sink it in your body. Tadi ginato, 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 tadi gin, tadi ginato, tadi ginato, tadi ginato, tadi ginato, tadi ginatom, tadi ginatom, tadi ginatom, tadi gina, tadi ginato, tadi ginato, tadi ginato, tadi ginato, tadi gin. Let's do the groupings of 4 on the quintuplets. Tadi ginato, taka dimbi, taka dimbi, taka dimbi, taka dimbi, taka dimbi, tadi ginato, ginato, tadi ginato, tadi ginato, taka dimbi, taka dimbi, taka dimbi, taka dimbi, taka dimbi, tadi ginato, tadi ginato, tadi dimbi, taka dimbi, taka dimbi, taka dimbi, taka dimbi, tadi ginato, taka dimbi, taka dimbi, tadi ginato. Tadi ginatom. Takadimbi. Takadimbi tadi ginatom. Tadi ginatom. Tadi ginatom. Takadimbi. Takadimbi. Takadimbi tadi ginatom. Takadimbi tadi ginatom. Tadi ginatom. Takadimbi. Takadimbi. Takadimbi tadi ginatom. Tadi ginatom. Tadi gin. Tadi ginatom. Takadimbi. 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 Takadimbi ta. Sometimes I have to act like a muted metronome, you know. So, so, so what do you think of these exercises? Like, if you, I'm only speaking from my personal experience. So, I have practiced this kind of exercises a lot for the composition that you saw me doing. This is only because I practice this kind of, my guru made me practice this kind of, but not in this way, because this is a very, it's a way that I have created for myself to make others understand who are not belonging to the Indian tradition, where you are only made understood by yelling at, or like this kind of, like, I cannot do that to you all. So it has to be another smoother way, like the transitions that we are doing right now. So so this kind, even for septuplets, you can do the same thing. For nonuplets also the same thing. So if you can do these 4 tuplets and then keep on, like, maybe make it a practice of 5 minutes a day, 1 tuplet a day, and maybe on the weekends you can do all the tuplets or something like that, you know. It might be very helpful for the pieces that you're looking for, making transitions like this, or even what Honas was saying, you know, in his piece, there is a lot of things happening on one top, or top of each other. So so it might be helpful to do the smooth transitions. What you play on it is another story. I'm only talking about the transitions. I'm not talking about what you're going to play on it. But at least, you know, you, to get into the zone, that's what I keep telling. You have to get into the zone, you know. If you don't get into the zone and then just try to do it by mind, by your mental capability, your mind might not be able to send the same signal to your muscle that you intend to do. That's what I would like to say. I think, Per Anders, yeah.
Yeah, well, question when it comes to septuplets, practicing this in the same manner. I've tried to do this and changing between different tuplets. Would you suggest using sextuplets and septuplets to do this kind of dualistic thing, or use another tuplet? Because we started out using triplets and 16th notes, and then quintuplets and 16th notes. And what are your suggestion?
Well, I know why you are asking this, because 6 and 7 is very close to each other. So there'll be a little bit of, and then if you do from 4 to 7, this thing is huge. But I'm what I would like to say is, like, it's not just one thing that you have to do. I think you have to do every possible, because Septuplets is septuplets. Let's not get confused. So when you put any kind of BPM, you must understand that this the 16ths, the more the stronger our underlying subdivisions of 7 gets. It doesn't matter which tuplet we are in. That thing, if I'm doing this with ease, that does not mean that I'm using my mind, because my inner ear knows the sound of the septuplet, because I have done it, I don't know how many thousands of times of that. So the only way you can master this is by practicing number of times, and then practicing without understanding it is the most dangerous thing. So right now you understand that. So when you understand, and then when you practice, these are totally separate things. But if you can amalgamate that, then if your inner pulse understands the sound, there is a sound for every tuplet. That feel and the sound of the tuplet, just like for the rhythmic cycle, every rhythmic cycle has its own melody. It's not just beats, for me, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1, this kind of like, I have this melody for every rhythmic cycle. The same way I have this feeling for every tuplet. So that is only possible. It's individual, like everyone. It's not something that which is a template kind of thing. So if you can practice these kind of transitions, this will be like probably one of the best things that you can do if you're targeting to play pieces which has a lot of tuplet shifting.
Can I show you something?
Yes, please.
Because what you've talked about, that the switch between each tuplet is different, and so you have all these different combinations. And I was also thinking about this because we don't think about that so much. Like if you think about the difference between 6 centimeters and 7 centimeters, you almost don't know. But the difference between a sextuplet and a septuplet is big in so many different ways, between not only the speed, but the way the numbers work, the way it flows, the way the character. But this speed change between tuplets, it's not like we can take the same speed change and always apply it to every switch. They are all different. So it's funny you were talking about this, because I just made this this chart last week. And so if you look at this, can everyone see this? Wait, my screen sharing is paused. Okay, can everybody see this? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you hear it like it's like going from triplets to 16th notes, from 3 to 4, 33% faster. So that's quite a lot faster. But if you want to go from 16ths to quintuplets, it's 25% faster. So it's, of course, smaller. And if we go from sextuplets to septuplets, it's only 17% faster. Okay, so while we don't really know, or at least I don't know what 17% faster is, I can say that it's the double what from 3 to 4 is. And so the interesting thing about this chart is to show us the distance of the speed change. And then you can see very clearly which ones are bigger than others. So like if you want to go from 16th notes to septuplets, indeed, it's 75% faster. So, okay, like BC just said, it's a lot faster. And I think in some musical situations, looking at the percentage of speed change, particularly like maybe for you, Karen, like if you come to a piece where you have all kinds of speed changes and then putting a percentage to it may give you a guideline to know, okay, it's a small speed change or it's a big one. And then, so we're putting a little bit of information, intellectual information, on what BC was talking about as learning a feel. So you practice these thousands of times, and then you learn to feel these speed changes. And if you're switching all around, also knowing perhaps what the percentage of speed change can also give you you know, a direction to shoot for. So anyway, I've just made this, and I'm you know, and then you've got like the negative numbers are the ones you slow down, right? So going from quintuplets to eighth notes is 60% slower. So anyway, it's interesting, and there was some. I was working with a bassoonist recently who had a contemporary piece of music, and which was switching speeds, and then when we put the numbers to it, then it was really okay. It's a little bit faster, a little bit slower, and then it was really helpful for her to know what to do.
Nice. But how did you come up with this? Did you use some formula or?
Yeah,
I mean,
I looked
yeah.
up. I looked up what's the formula for percentage of change, and there's a formula for that.
And can you just send it somewhere? Like, I would like to just have a look at it and then.
Yeah.
I mean, just
Is the old
curious.
tempo
That's all.
divided by the new tempo?
Sorry.
The old tempo divided by the new tempo. Is that it?
Okay.
Let's see here. What is the percentage change? Yeah, because I also didn't know how this works.
Is there in the formula? So in the function, so you
Right.
take So you take the difference between the new and old one, and then you divide it. Just try to follow the cells, the C6 minus A11 divided by A11.
We have a Excel master here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Accountancy.
So shall we say that we do some homework based on this? Yes, David. Yes, please.
Oh, I just wanted to ask a question about the other homework. How were you marking the 11 with your hands?
It is 7 plus 2 plus 2.
So how do you
So
do
7 is like going from clap, pinky, ring, middle. What is this called? Index, thumb, and then going back to pinky.
that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay.
And then clap, wave, clap, wave.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a 7. Yeah, Flavio.
I have I'd like to say something, because this shifting speed is something that interests me really, really a lot. And for me, the problem in this changing speed was all the time this little step that you have between one speed and another that I felt, it's a musical effect, which is like hearting, it's spiky. If I'm doing taka, 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 ti, ta, ta, ti, ta, ta, like it's really something that it's spiky. And I was really interested in finding a way that, how could we do this in a way that it's like smooth? And the solution for me, a possibility that for me was life-changing, was a guy from Senegal who basically, his solution was, for example, if I want to go from 3 to 4, for example, to make a glissando, like to prepare the thing. For example, something like ti ta ta 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 ti. Now I'm in 16th. And the thing would be like to change the speed. So if I'm in 3, instead of going immediately to 4, I would jump to some like bigger subdivision, like I would jump to 9 and playing all the time 3, then I would jump to 7, 5, and then I hit the 16. So this was make like a kind of a glissando. For me, this was really, I don't know if you what you think about this. For me, it was really like life-changing, because at the same time, when I'm doing this glissando, the soloist could improvise, dividing other stuff, and will not clash, will not have this spike. Everything would sound like it's like tuning. We're getting in tune with rhythm. So for me, it was really like, wow.
Well, I have come across something like this also, because there's this friend of mine in in Norway whose teacher came up with a similar kind of metronome, where he just gave me one simple example of how do you go from 16ths to 11 against 4. It's like, how does that possible? How is that possible? So he said, like, okay, I'll just choose 11 notes that fits in 16ths in 4/4. So that dum, 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 that. So this was, I mean, yeah, this is a way to do it.
This was Malcolm Braff, right? This is Malcolm Braff program, what you did?
I don't know the name. I have to
I
really.
think it's Malcolm Braff because I know him and I have this patch. He did this glissando patch where you can
Yes.
listen with
Yes.
Yes.
And then they also give me access to the metronome, and then I changed my phone, and then it's all gone. So I'm a little bit ashamed to ask it again. So I have to buy. But even to buy, I have to just. So maybe that's a very good metronome, like for the kind of transition that you are looking for. Like for it's almost the same that what I explain now and what you explain. I think it's exactly the same thing that we were doing.
Actually, I don't
So
think it is.
no, you don't think so?
I think you're talking about taking a phrase and then compressing it into different lengths, but the identity of the phrase stays the same. And I think what the Wolof, if it was Wolof that you studied with, because I was also in Gambia once, Flavio, and I had almost exactly the same experience, but the rhythm went like this: takadin tadin, takadin tadin, takadin tadin, takadin, and then they would speed it up. Takadin tadin, 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 takadin takadin, takadin takadin, takadin takadin. So it became a different rhythm at the faster speed. So they would like morph at a certain point, like the notes become impractical, and then would morph it into a different rhythm through the accelerando, and which is different than maintaining the exact same rhythm, at a really fast speed. And that was something in the West we would, because we have it notated, you would take the same thing and you would put it faster. But in Africa, it would just take on a new identity at a different speed, and that was, of course, okay.
Well, that's my question. How would you notate that?
There's two different rhythms.
There's a way, but this guy who was doing this metronome that was speaking BC about, is a guy basically who took these things from African music, but brought like in Western notation. So basically took this idea, but he's keeping the period. So it's kind of keeping the bit. So he kind of did the Western thing of this. And he found a way to notate this like micro intervals. So basically how you would use like micro intervals is doing a percentage of micro rhythm. So you have like 3, and the second note is like 60 cents of micro rhythm going this way. And then he did a program who's kind of showing all this micro rhythm.
Can you share that? Find it and share it with us? I'd love to see how he notates.
Yeah.
Super. Oh my God. Like, I mean, like this is completely, it's throwing us off. I mean, it's what a concept. Like it needs another workshop of 2 weeks, to understand what's happening here, because it's totally different. So just to understand these shifts, I have prepared a chart for that. So if we can practice that. So this is something to do with shifting between 16ths to triplets to sextuplets. So there are 3 tuplets going on here. So maybe we can just try practicing that. So I will explain what's going on here. And then, of course, what is the practicality of it, like how you can use that we can talk about it after we have seen this chart. Is it okay? Shall I show it to you? Yeah. Okay. So everything with me starts simple. Okay. So it's really simple. So I don't want you guys to look at any of that. It's just this. So it's simple Aditala where you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so I know it's nothing, but we can practice that. Okay, 3 and go and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so let us assume that this is going in Chaturashra. Okay, because it can be 1, 2, 3, 5 and 6, 7, 8, 1 and 2, and let's not think like that. We can think 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. So it's just like we're thinking in 16s. So when you have, clearly there are 2 times 8s here. So what we can do is just like what Ned said. Again, Ned, you're a genius. You just show it beforehand. You know, this chart that you showed is exactly what I was trying to do here. Okay, so let us say we slow down this one by 33%, and then we speed this up by 66%. So it will add up to the same thing again. So it's 33% of the whole phrase. So this one is 50% and this one is 50%, right? So if we slow down this to 33%, that means it is actually taking the space of 66%. If you speed up this by 66%, that actually it is taking the space of 33%. How does that go? Okay, just have to see that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what I've done here is this 8 notes, I have converted that into 3 against 2. And then this one is 3 against 1. But the change is happening in the middle of the beat. It's not happening on exactly on a beat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. So that is like 33% of the 6th beat that you're changing. So if every beat has 1/3, after you have traveled 1/3 of the beat, then from there you still have 2/3 of the beat, and then 3/3 and 3/3. So 2 plus 3 plus 3 is 8. So this forms the rest of it. So we can try practicing that. So we'll do once in normal speed like this, then once in slowing down and going fast. Okay, shall we try that? 1, 3, go. 1, 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let's look at that. So you see here, till here is one speed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1. Yeah. Okay.
So we know the tuplet based on the number of notes between the brackets.
That's right.
Okay.
So that means that actually you are thinking all the time. I am thinking in triplets all the time, but I am just muting one syllable in the middle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's how I feel it. It's the way you feel it. You know, maybe you can argue that you're actually not staying true to what it is, but I have to feel the inner subdivision to stay very, very much tight on the rhythm. If I just don't do that, if I just try to float around and then fake it, then it doesn't actually sound the way it has to sound, according to Carnatic music. It's all about Carnatic music here. Okay, so so we'll do this one more time, and then we'll get into something very interesting after this. Okay, so let's do between this and this couple of times. Okay, 3, go. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god, my counting is horrible. 3 and go, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, what will be the next step? This one will still stay in the same tuplet. So how many notes do you have here now?
14.
14. So let us say we from here, let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that possible? So we'll do 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Shall we try that? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 3, go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ta. Okay. Now our interest is only this thing that is highlighted. So what we are going to do now is those 2 7s, we are going to treat it the same way we did with the 2 8s. So the first 7 will be in triplet first speed. The second 7 will be in the triplet second speed. So it'll be 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 1, 2. So we'll do that. So there are 3 kinds of subdivisions per beat. Shall we try that? Am I losing you? Or if there is any doubt you don't understand, please stop me. Karen. Okay. You have your hands on your, okay. Dagmar. Okay, you said that. Okay, fine. Okay, great. Shall we try that? 3, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. What? Let's try the 16th first, and then make the shift the second cycle. Okay, 3 and go, and 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2. Oh my God. 3 and go, and 1, 2, 3. Let's go back to the top again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. My bad. My concentration is somewhere. I'm thinking of next step. Sorry. 3 and go, and 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Top. Okay. Now, yeah. And somebody's talking.
Nice.
Okay. Now we'll shift back to our 8. So what we are going to do right now is we're going to do these numbers. We are not doing 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we are only changing the numbers that you're saying. You're not doing 1, 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, you're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that is kind of like it twists your brain. So let us say if you're thinking of takadimi takajono. Takadimi takajono. Takadimi takajono. Takadimi takajono. Takadimi takajono. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So this is the chart that I prepared nicely, obediently for all of us. So here it is. So this one is in 16ths and here it starts. So I have highlighted the place where the tuplet is changing. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. So on the 2, I have made it bold. Okay. Shall we try this whole thing? Let us see how it goes. Okay. So we are going to do that. 1, 3 and go and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ta. Let's try the next one. So the tuplet is changing on the 5 now. And then on the 3. Okay. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ta. Now it changes on the 7 and the 4. Yeah. 3 and go and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ta.
Why don't you just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, ta, di, gi, na, ton, ta, di, gi, na, ton, ta.
Okay, that in a way that is good for separate tuplet practicing, but when you're playing pieces which has a lot of transitions between one thing to another, then you have to do the same phrase with different tuplets. For example, taka di mi taka giorno, taka di mi taka giorno, taka di mi taka giorno, taka di mi taka giorno ta. Then you know the transition, the smoothness of the transition you would not even know because you are trying to mask the change because the phrase is the same. But when you change the phrase, then you suddenly know that there is a shift that has happened. So our aim here is to do it seamlessly.
I understand.
Yeah.
Flavio had an exercise like this a couple weeks ago.
Really? Oh my God. How did I miss that? I wasn't there.
Yeah, maybe you weren't there. I forgot. Sorry, I thought it was Flavio, but someone.
Yeah, I just put in the chat at some point.
Yeah. So, but changing the speeds within the middle of the phrase.
Yeah.
But this is great. This is great. Please continue, BC.
Okay. So let's try. Shall we try? Now you understand the concept. So shall we try all the lines twice each? Yeah. 3 and okay. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1. Okay. 3 and go and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry. Sorry. One more time this line. 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I was just trying it in the end with the Indian syllables, and it's much nicer than with the Indian
Yes.
syllables than counting the numbers.
That we can also try. So I would love that you come up with a phrase. I'll just give you one example, very simple, stupid example, and then you do something on 8-4, and then please do it as a homework. Okay, something with this. So for me, I would say, so let us say this is my 8 beats, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if I use the same concept here, so the first one will be tatta kitta takka dinna dhim. Tatta kitta takka dinna dhim. Tatta kitta takka dinna. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So tatta kitta is 1 and 2 and, right? Takka dinna is 3 and 4 and. Dim 7 and 8 and 5 and 6 and, like that. Okay. So if we go to this one, tatta kitta takka dinna dhim. Tatta kitta takka dinna dhim. Tatta kitta takka dinna dhim. This line here.
Nice.
This one, tatta kitta takka dinna dhim. 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 Sorry, my bad. Tatta kitta takka dinna dhim. Tatta kitta takka dinna dhim. Tatta kitta takka dinna dhim. So there, the dots are really, the pauses are really messing up with the brain. Okay.
Can you sing it? Can you sing a couple of those again, clapping, just so it's clear where the beat is?
Like this?
Yes.
Okay. Which one?
Yes.
Which one?
How about the highlighted one?
Okay. 3, go. Tatta kitta takka dinna dhim. Tatta kitta takka dinna dhim. Tatta kitta where am I? Okay. Tatta kitta takka dinna dhim. Tatta kitta takka dinna dhim. Tatta kitta takka dinna dhim.
One more time.
Tatta kitta takka dinna dhim. Tatta kitta takka dinna dhim. Tatta kitta takka dinna dhim.
Yeah, it's the breaks. So sometimes the switch
pauses
the
makes-
speed is in the pause. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
This 4 is actually a dot here.
Mm.
Tatakita takadina dim. Tatakita takadina dim. Tatakita takadina dim.
Nice.
Tatakita takadina dim. 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 Tatakita takadina dim.
That's so funny.
Maybe
Great.
you can do this lesson itself.
No, we can do them all. But I know for myself, I'm going to write this in Western notation because it's hard for me to see it right away in the Indian notation.
You need this this thing.
Yes, please send that to us, and please send us the link to the video, which we're all going to transcribe.
Okay, I'm going to do that right away. So shall we? You need more, or shall we call it a day?
I think it's a day. Yeah, I think we have plenty here.
Any observations or whatever?
Oh, go ahead, Karen.
I was just gonna say we're all stunned.
Great. So we've got the just to recap the homework. You've got this exercise which I gave you, which was the speeding up. So it's all speeding up today, speeding up and slowing down. Coincidence or not? Oh, okay. So you sent it to me in the email. I will upload it immediately to the website for those of you who want to jump right in, and then I'll put the video up as soon as it's ready tonight.
Can we clarify the time for Friday, Thursday, what day? Saturday?
Yeah. Let's see here. Actually, I have I can't. Friday, I'm busy until 5:15. What's your schedule, BC? Friday, Saturday is good for me. I don't know. Can you do Saturday, BC?
Saturday, can we? Has the time changed by then already?
No, we're changing on Saturday to Sunday.
Okay.
So sleepy time Saturday.
Do you mind starting at 4:30 your time?
4:30 Saturday?
Yeah.
That's great for Stacy, right, Stacy? 4:30, so we don't wake Ned up from his nap again, pinging from all over the world.
I'm gonna write it in my agenda, so it's fine for me. Saturday, 4:30.
Yeah.
All right.
Again, I might be late for 2-3 minutes because I'll be finishing a class at 4:30. So I finish that and then I come to this one. So
No problem. We'll start with my exercise. And let's see how far we get with this transcription of the video. And yeah, let's see how far we can go with it. And we'll take a look at these. Anyway, the idea will not be to give anything new on Saturday. We just look at this material. So we have three things. We have this exercise I gave at the beginning. We have the transcription of BC's video, and then we have this exercise, which BC just gave us at the end. And so let's all try. We can practice them together. And for those of you like myself who want to put it in our own notation, we can try to do that too.
would be awesome.
Yes.
Okay.
Great. Jonas is back. Nice to see you again.
Oh,
Did
thank
you
you.
vote?
I had to claim my vote and then I can vote.
Ah, okay.
Otherwise, you know who'll win.
Great. Well, good to see you guys, and then we'll call it today for today, and we'll see you guys on Saturday, the 27th. Same. We will now meet on this Zoom link. This is when we'll always be doing it. Yes.
BC, just a little question. I was listening to this player you suggest, Sadhguru Charan.
Uh-huh.
I was listening, and yes, I saw this videos where he's singing, and but I was also listening to the more traditional stuff he's doing, and he's also there. He's a younger player, or because I couldn't.
He looks
say-
young. He's a little bit, maybe he's about 47, 48, something like that. He looks
But
very
there's
young though.
There's something different also when he's playing like traditional stuff, because this I couldn't figure out. Like I listened to all the videos I could find, but when he's playing with other people, like for me was just something like I couldn't say what is he doing or what,
Hmm.
you know, like I'm not able to like recognize style stuff or different phrases, or for me at some
But
point.
can you recognize with other people?
Not really. That's the problem. Like at some point,
Okay.
I get lost when more people. I just can listen like the starting point, the starting phrase, and then when everybody's playing, I just follow the the beats where there are. But then it's just like sometimes I get lost. So my ear doesn't it's just a carpet of things, and then it's like okay, nice, but I cannot I'm not able to.
Okay. Just one statement I would like to make before we all go. If you want to learn a kind of a music, even for me, it's for me, a new kind or something that is not ours. If you want to learn that music, if you want to learn the music, we have to learn the music by its phrases. The more phrases of that music that we know, the more it is recognizable for us. If we just learn the concepts, then it doesn't mean anything. That is because if you want to really understand what's going on in this music, then it's always better that you also dig into some traditional phrasing of that music. Then it'll be even much easier. Eduardo will know that much better because he's also studying traditionally Konakol from Somashekar Joyce. So he might be able to recognize those phrases a little bit better than anyone else here because he understands those phrases. Even for me, if I have to enjoy jazz, I need to understand, I need to dig into the real phrasing of jazz music. Otherwise, I will just hear a bunch of notes being played. That's all.
Yeah, that's exactly the thing. I would like, maybe this is not the context. For me, I think it would be very useful if we could also have some like traditional example. Also, things that are like.
I had aligned a lot of traditional examples today, but this genius man over there, he just was talking about this 33% and 63%. Because also it was in my mind. I thought like half of the class I will do this, half of this one, but next class, even if I want to do something, you can all like, hey Manju, you didn't, this is not what you said. We have to do some traditional stuff. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, next one. I promise. Okay. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Manju.